The most built commander in the Hobbit costs $2.38, and Wizards won't sell you the deck. There's no precon in this set. Honestly, good. Let's build them properly. This is a full Thranduil build. Every card checked against real Oracle text, every number from our own engine, and an honest bracket answer at the end. Start with the card itself, because one line of text is doing all of the work here. 5 mana, black, green, blue, for a 5/6 elf noble. Ability 1, Thranduil has all activated abilities of all elf cards in your graveyard. Ability 2, whenever another legendary elf you control enters, you draw 2 cards, then discard 1. The draw digs, the discard is the delivery system. Sound familiar? Necrotic Ooze has been doing this trick since 2010. 2 differences. The Ooze reads every creature card in every graveyard. Thranduil only reads elf cards in yours. But the Ooze dies once. The king comes back from the command zone every single time. Now the rules trap that costs new pilots games. He gains activated abilities only, the ones written cost, effect. Triggered abilities stay dead. So a buried Marwyn doesn't grow anymore, but her mana ability transfers, and gained abilities read their own source, dead. Marwyn turns your commander into tap, add 5 green. Dead Priest of Titania? A green for every elf on the battlefield, and the crowd's favorite partner for all of this is Elrond, Moonreader. Whenever you activate an ability of a creature, once each turn, you draw a card. In this deck, that's every turn, forever. He's a legendary elf, so he replaces himself twice on arrival, and 58% of Thranduil lists already run him. The builders figured it out in week 1. A toolbox is only as good as the tools you bury. Chapter 2, Filling the Graveyard on Purpose. Buried Alive is the headline act at 99 cents, 3 elves of your choice, straight to the yard, 1 card. Unmarked Grave gets 1 non-legendary card for 2 mana. Entomb does it at instant speed, if you're happy paying $17. And Fauna Shaman is the repeatable version. Here, the discard is the point, not the cost. The new set helps too. Thranduil, Cinderin Liege costs 34 cents, pumps your elves, makes a token on every land drop, and he's a legendary elf, so he draws you 2 on arrival. His adventure half even mills 4 cards on the way in. Sylvan Reveler loots when it enters, and climbs back out of the yard off a land drop. Woodland Weave Master reads better dead than alive. Tap for X mana of any one color, X being its power, restricted to elf spells and elf abilities. On the king, that's a Marwyn-sized tap that also fixes all 3 of his colors. 30 cents, by the way. Formidable Speaker is the sleeper. It enters, discards a card, and tutors any creature to hand. Load the yard, and find the next piece in 1 motion. Then sticks around, untapping another permanent for 1 mana. The crowd found this one too. Even the mana base joins in. Elven Passage fetches a basic, and if you behold an elf, you will. The fetch land arrives untapped. Rivendell scries with a legend out, straight from the Hobbit Eternal set. 3. Tree City taps for a mana per elf. Skip Elvenking's halls though. It enters tapped, sacrifices itself, and pays out 2 counters. Frame it, don't shuffle it. Yacht stopped. Chapter 3. What the king actually borrows from it. The mana package first. Elvish Archdruid, reprinted inside Hobbit Eternal itself. Taps for a green per elf you control. Selvala, Heart of the Wilds adds mana equal to your biggest creature's power, which from a 5/6 commander starts at 5 and climbs. Every dork you trade off in combat becomes another tap ability he keeps forever. And if you feel like splurging $15, Circle of Dreams Druid is Gaia's Cradle on leg. Lathril, Blade of the Elves is the drain. Tap her, or tap Thranduil when she's dead, plus 10 untapped elves, and each opponent loses 10 while you gain 10. In a token deck, at the clock the whole table can count down. Jared, a zombie elf, conveniently, lets him sacrifice any spare creature to drain everyone for its power. In Azuri, Renegade Leader gives the whole board +3/+3 and trample for 5 mana, as often as you can pay it. That's the overrun he casts from the dead. Eladamri, Corvecdal deserves a slot of his own. 1 green, tap tap, 2 more creatures, and a creature from your hand or the top of your library, lands straight on the battlefield. Dead, he turns every spare board tap into free bodies. The crowd has him in over half of all lists already. One honest weakness, a fresh commander is summoning sick, and tap abilities wait a turn. 1000-Year Elixir fixes it permanently. Haste activations plus an untap. Tybar, Jubilant Brawler does the same from a Planeswalker seat. Note, a Planeswalker, so he never triggers the draw. Wirewood Lodge untaps an elf from a land slot. And Dionys refunds every first tap with a counter on top. Chapter 4. The Shopping List. Stage 1, Bracket 2, and the whole thing costs about $70. The Engine column, Buried Alive, Unmarked Grave, Fauna Shaman, Elrond. The Elf Ball column, Marwyn, Priest, Imperious Perfect, War Master, and Ezuri as the finisher. Draw and answers: Beast Whisperer, Kindred Discovery, Herald's Horn, Assassin's Trophy, Beast Within. Every price on screen is today's paper ask. Commander included. The lot lands around $70. One correction you'll thank us for: every guy calling survival of the fittest. A €10 pickup is quoting a different decade. The only price paper printing sits at $4 and $1. Fauna Shaman does most of the same job for $3.29. Buy the Shaman, frame the dream. Round it out with the tribal engines. Beast Whisperer pays you a card for every creature spell. Kindred Discovery, naming elf. Draws on every entry and every attack, and Herald's Horn discounts the whole tribe while digging one card deeper each upkeep. Finishers. Pick your budget. Azuri's Overrun straight from the graveyard. Elvish Warmaster turning the team +2/+2 with Death Touch, or the classic 8-mana argument, Craterhoof Behemoth, if $22 is in scope. Chapter 5. The combo every single review mentions. Let's actually read it, step by step. Buried Alive puts Devoted Druid and Immaculate Magistrate into the graveyard. Thranduil taps for a green, the Druid's first ability, and untaps by putting a -1/-1 counter on himself, the Druid's second. Tap, untap, repeat. Every cycle banks a mana, and the 5/6 frame absorbs the counters. Every few loops, tap for the Magistrate instead, a +1/+1 counter for each elf you control. With one other elf on board, state-based actions erase the pairs. Arbitrary green mana on an arbitrarily large king. Infinite mana still needs a mouth. Walking Ballista machine guns the table, Exsanguinate drains everyone for 37 cents. And the budget twin, Devoted Druid, plus Timberwatch Elf makes the same mana. The buff just expires at end of turn, so win on the spot. And if you want the full Necrotic Ooze experience, the type changers exist. Ashes of the Fallen names, Elf, and suddenly every creature card in your graveyard is on the menu. Arcane Adaptation does the same from the other side. Lower power, maximum toy box, a lovely bracket, 2 brew, Chapter 6. The receipts. Everything so far was card text. Here's what the data actually says. 2,664 decks on EDH Rec set page as of August 12th. The most built new commander of the set passed Smaug's 2175. 6 days earlier, the Dragon led. The builders flipped it during pre-release week, while the card dropped from $19 to $238. What the crowd sleeves tells you: the Shell, the 1-mana Dork Sleeve, the tap for the Tribe Druid sit right behind them, then Lathril and Buried Alive. The graveyard package is standard equipment here, not a spice choice. This archetype arrived fully formed in week 1. The new set holds its own inside the 99 too. Elrond leads, the budget. Liege right behind him, then Thranduil's company, an extra land drop plus counters on every landfall, and Elven Passage. The whole flavor shelf is functional. And now our engine's actual finding, because the bracket conversation everyone has is about the wrong card. The most dangerous card in this deck is Umbral Mantle. Equip for 0, and it forms an infinite pair with every big mana dork you already run. Priest, Archdruid, Marwyn, Circle of Dreams, Selvala. No graveyard required. All told, the engine certifies 17 infinite lines inside our recommended pool, 14 of them entirely board side. Sword of the Perunes repeats the mantle trick, Intruder Alarm closes a loop with Imperious Perfect, and the model's verdict is a bracket floor of 3. If your pod said bracket 2, the untapped artifacts are the cards to leave home. And whatever you do, don't just add Staff of Domination. That's the missing half of 5 more. One buying trap before checkout, there are 2 other Thranduils. Cinder and Liege, 34 cents, main set, exactly what this deck wants. The strategist lives only in Hobbit Eternal Collector boosters, doesn't double anything despite the rumors, and currently asks $51. Check the set code before you pre-order. One more receipt, honestly labeled, the bracket 4 version is real. Fast mana, free counters, Gaia's Cradle at $1,600. But across the 25,000 competitive lists in our corpus from the last 3 months, Thranduil appears exactly 0 times. Pre-release week for a casual star, not a CEDH arrival. We'll recheck once the format has voted. Chapter 7. Know your predators before your pod introduces you to them. Graveyard hate is everywhere because decks like this exist. Bojuka Bog for $1.26, rest in peace under $1. Soul Guide Lantern for 30 cents. Against those, pivot to the fair plan. Lords, tokens, overruns. The scarier card is Cursed Totem. Activated abilities of creatures can't be activated. That's the whole commander, switched off, for about $1. Protection has a wrinkle. Swiftfoot Boots over Lightning Greaves here, because Shroud would stop your own Magistrate ability from targeting him. And run Lightning Rods, Nadir at 25 cents, Lathril. So, the deck isn't 1 card deep when he's removed on site. The community red matches the map. Nerdsnack calls him slow to assemble, but approaching unbeatable once the right elves hit the graveyard. Both halves are true. Plan for the slow start. So, $70 for the fair deck. 1. Buried alive away from bracket 3 and a $2 commander either way. The full 3-stage build, with the complete combo scan and every price, is on deckcortex.com, link below. Build the version your table deserves, and tell us which one that is.